Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got a. This is not a sponsored position, but sometimes I get some stuff. I feel like, hey, this is some good stuff. Let me tell my subscribers about it in case they want to get some. I already mentioned this little, insulated cooler. It's like the Yetis. These are way cheaper at Costco. I got two of these. I want to say they were $20-something for two. The Yetis are like $30 to $40 a piece. Same thing, works fantastic. But what's inside here was also purchased at Costco, and they came in a little package of two. It looks similar container to that of like Ocean Spray cranberry juice, that kind of container, but it's not that. It's some kind of like lime, cucumber, and mint, and I'm like, cucumber, oh, that's a rough one. It's hard to stomach because I do some juicing, and then mint. Ah, man. Well, they had samples. So we already bought the cup last time we went there. So we went again for some other stuff like a week later, which was this past weekend. And they had samples. And I was just, she's like, go ahead, try it. It's not that bad. I'm thinking, yeah, I think I'll pass. I'm like, no, you know what? No. Let me go ahead and try it. Little tiny little thimble looking thing. Tasted it. That's actually not bad. It really isn't bad. It's got cucumber in it, right? So you got some lime, I think, cucumber, and some mint. I said, what the hell? Got a couple of them. It's something you can definitely stomach. It does not taste bad. Furthermore, if you juice your own stuff and it's hard to stomach, you're like, oh, it's horrible. You could use that juice, combine it with your juice, and it would probably change it night and day, make it easy to go down for sure. Just want to share that. So someone sent me this article. Wait a minute. First off, I checked my Bitcoin wallet and noticed there was approximately $342 incoming. Where the hell did that come from? Some subscriber obviously sent me something. In case you're wondering, that's 0.2 of a Bitcoin because it said 0.2 incoming. And speaking of which, Bitcoin USD. Always got, every time I talk about it, let me see what the price is. I always forget. It's at exactly $1,800 right this moment in 10 cents. But whoever the hell that was, thank you so much. Much, much appreciated. I love it. Thank you so much. So someone sent me this link, mishtalk.com. It's a good site. Posted by Mish himself. California banker views from the business banker's chair. I thought, well, what's this about? And I read into it. Oh, talking about housing again. That's right up my alley. On occasion, I get emails from a commercial banker friend who lives in California. Today, he provides anecdotes from a business banker's perspective chair. Hey, Mish, it's been a while since my last email. Here are some views from this business banker's chair. I had lunch with a financial planner today, and he said the new tax plan coming from D.C. would eliminate tax deductibility of state taxes. While federal tax rates might go down a little, the net impact would be higher total taxes via higher total federal taxes due to the loss of writing off state taxes. At least that is the view for those of us in high state income tax states like California. He already had clients exiting the state. The gentleman, which by the way, because Cliff High did tell me a while back, Joe, your state, Florida, looks like it's going to be a hot spot of incoming people wanting to move to Florida. Well, we don't pay taxes, state taxes here in Florida. We have none whatsoever. So, all the people I'm told a while back, get that. If you live in remember that my video I did title, if you live in California, get the hell out of there or something like that. I didn't mean for all of them to come to the state of Florida, by the way. There's a lot of other states to choose from. But nonetheless, I just wanted to throw it out there for a little bonus for you, okay? Doesn't really matter where they go. Just get the hell out of California. The gentleman I had lunch with today is a lifelong financial planner, mostly on the insurance side. He stated that the insurance industry today is in worse shape than that of the banking industry during the prior recession. And yet, we hear very little about it. If so, we both agree that the world isn't ready, that is not ready, for an insurance industry meltdown, anything like that of the banking industry during the last recession. I provide financing to a lot of subcontractors, the trades, he says. While visibility, 9 to 12 months looking forward, has looked good for the past few years, I finally have a client, a framing contractor for the major home builders, that has said something to the contrary. He stated that some of his major home builders are starting to see some issues in selling inventory in California. And you know what I say, if you have an issue, here's a tissue. Without going into specifics, he also stated that he senses something is changing in their world. I've seen a spike in the number of unqualified financially and expertise in people who want to get into flipping homes. No, not that one again. Let's read that last one. I've seen a spike in the number of unqualified, both financially and expertise, in people who want to get into flipping houses. Need I say it again? This happened last time, right before the crash. Everybody's buying multiple homes. I'm going to flip it. I might live in that one and flip that one. Or life is great. And then you're stuck with both of them, and they're underwater, and you can't get rid of them if your life depended on it. Yeah. Anyways, it's becoming vogue almost amongst those who lack the qualification to do it at a time when the values in the San Francisco Greater Bay Area have never been higher. And guess where else they've never been higher? Or at least at the highs back in 2008, at the very least. Everywhere else, practically. Every other major city in the country, in every state. Somehow, 2007 peak real estate values were crazy, but the value today that are higher than 2007 are justifiable and sustainable, right? Sure. That's what he's saying. That's a classic late cycle red flag. And of course, again, the unqualified, that's the sheeple people. Always, always, always last to get fleeced. While they're getting in, the smart money is already getting out or has already been gone or has already gone out. And is picking off the cream on the top. Buy my, like I said, every day to work. Every day to work, sometimes on the way home. Buy my new CD. Join my team to flip houses. No credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. We'll get you the financing you need to be the next flipper. Why do you need these people to be flipper? The next flipper on your so-called team. Number one, you're not on their team. You don't work for him at all. But they say it that way so that you call, hey, yeah, I want to do this. So you buy a CD. Again, if I knew the magic formula for flipping houses and making a great profit, forget great profit. Just it's working. I'm making a profit. This is great for me and my family. And I'm going to bring some friends in because I need some more manpower to help me with this because this is a great thing. I figured out how to get to these houses cheap, get in, fixer-uppers. We go and we fix them, we sell them, we flip them, we make some money. Why in the hell am I going to sell a CD to tell everybody else, hey, I want you as my competition? I want thousands upon thousands upon thousands of you in every major city in this country, and even Canada, because they're going to Canada too with this crap. And I want you to be my competition. And it's going to cost you $15, of course. Well, you would argue, well, maybe he's done flipping and he's going to take his money from the teaching everyone else how to do it, and he's going to go live his life somewhere on a secluded island that he bought with all of his money. Again, yeah, okay. But he's got the magic formula to flipping. He could just keep doing that. Leave it for his kids, teach his family. We got a business. We're going to have, make this into a big company. We're going to have other ones join us. We'll make this a franchise. We'll have franchisees. All right, you could do that. You could do that. We'll even help them with financing because we just need them to do the work. We can't work on all houses. We're too small. We can't flip everywhere, so we have to teach people. They become franchisees, and we'll make this work. No. Nope. I'm going to back all the way out, basically, and I'm going to sell you the special CD so you can do it. And you're going to say, well, I've been seeing these shows on TV, and man, maybe it's time, honey. We've been sitting on the sidelines for a while, watching this go up, 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 and up. Let's the hell with it. Let's go. And everybody and their mother is going in. And here I am, this moron on YouTube, telling everybody, if you're in a house, get the hell out of it as soon as possible, because the prices are about to get crushed. And I don't charge anything. I'm not selling a CD. I disclaimer, I do put YouTube video ads on my videos, hoping that my subscribers understand. He puts these in front of our faces. I hate him. I want to hit skip, but I love that guy so much. I don't care about these ads. I love him. I want to give him a little few pennies per my viewing. But you don't have to, of course. I still love you anyways. So anyways, let me get back to this article because I think it ends with the same conclusion that I just kind of told you. Again, I've seen a spike in the number of unqualified people who want to get into flipping homes. It's becoming vogue amongst those who lack the qualification to do it at a time when the values in all these areas are as good as 2006 and 7 or even better, as I just discussed. This is a classic late cycle red flag. You're late to the game. You're going to get screwed. During the last 3 to 4 years, I've seen more people who seek to finance new restaurants than any time in the past 20 years. This is the same guy talking to him, the same banker insider guy. During the last 3 to 4 years, I've seen more people who seek to finance new restaurants than any time in the past 20 years. That means even in 2008 recession. What? This industry seems frothy, with rising rental costs for space and higher minimum wage for staff. I'm seeing pressure on the cost structure of existing operators squeeze them, while people are rushing to build out a new restaurant. Finally, for the past 12 to 18 months, I've been flooded with new loan requests. I haven't been this busy with new loan requests since the last cycle top, 2008, 7, etc. Again, this seems like another last cycle red flag. Hope all is well. So that was his note to him. And he says, I had a friend tell me one time, Mish, if you ever get the urge to start a restaurant, please call me. I will talk you out of it. Some succeed, but most lose their investment or struggle for years just barely surviving. Everyone thinks they are different, but they aren't. After a run-up in property values, rising minimum wages, and increased competition, this is the worst time in the last 10 years, especially, again, to get into, opening a restaurant. Again, with retail and auto sales, used autos, new autos, again, apocalypse over there. There's also, a restaurant apocalypse slowly taking place. I haven't really discussed it on this channel, maybe once. And I've seen some more, but I'm just like, just other stuff I felt like took better priority than to talk about the, restaurant numbers. People eating out. They're starting to save now. They're starting to say, I'm going to go out less because I've got other expenses. I've got credit debt and stuff, all this debt. And I need to pull back on. So last thing you're going to do, of course, one of the first things a person cuts, which I've always said this, and you already know this. I mean, you're human. It's pretty obvious, right? If you go out and eat out all the time, whether it's dinner, we eat dinner several times a week, or I eat lunch out every day, whatever it is, whatever your story is, or I eat breakfast every day, what's the first thing you're going to cut back on when things start getting a little tight? Or other things get expensive, thus making things get tight for you. What are you going to cut back on? Well, I go out to eat every day, lunch or whatever it is. I'll take a lunch. I can save this. Yeah. So that's the bottom line. So here we have this guy in the middle of this. He does financing and stuff. The last 12 to 18 months, I've been flooded with new loan requests. I haven't been this busy with new loan requests since the last cycle top. And what else? What was the other one? I couldn't say fast enough. I've seen a spike in the number of unqualified, both financially and expertise, in people who want to get into flipping homes. These people are going to get crushed, and it is going to be worse than 2008. And I'm reading now, Ben Bernanke is now urging the current Fed head, which is Yellen, that the Fed need to definitely unwind the $4.5 trillion balance sheet that he put together. That was his deal. That was supposed to have been done by January or 2015 or 2016, and then back down to normal of about $500 billion, $500 billion but it never happened. So now he's out, they're in, and he's going to tell them, oh, yeah, you need to work on that. Wait a minute. You showed a model, a plan that said we would be back to normal by 2016. We, as in the Fed, with the $4.5 trillion balance sheet. Nope. So now he's urging them, and not all of it, but about 2.8 trillion of it, he says, we need to get working on, unwinding. So imagine the Federal Reserve, we're going to keep raising interest rates, rate hikes. As we said, the next one probably June, which is looking good. The economic data, unemployment data is fantastic. But don't show them all this stuff I read you every day, because that would completely go against their fake hopium, fake recovery. But yeah, it looks good. And then again, later this year or no later than 2018, we plan on unwinding the balance sheet. Now imagine that on the backdrop of housing crash 2.0, fraud of epic proportions everywhere, liar loans completely filling up most of the mortgages out there these days, just like last time. Liar loans, ninja loans, no job, no income, you're hired, you're signed right here, you can get a loan. All of that. We've already discussed it ad nauseum on the auto side. Subprime, no. Subprime would be a very kind word. A very kind word for what's going to be showing up. Not only were they subprime, they were not qualified to get the loan in the first place because they didn't even have a job or they lied. And who did the lying? Well, as I said, my wife got 2 cars. When we got back from Tennessee in 2013, that minivan, and then when we got rid of that turd not too long ago and got her the nice newer minivan in 2015, both times I don't have a job. Oh, you're the husband, you have one, right? How much do you make? Okay. We're just going to put that, she makes that. Her credit is already great enough that it won't even matter, but we'll just put that down for her. Okay. And we got both of the cars, one at a time, of course. No questions asked. And then what's happening in Canada, as I've been discussing now with Home Capital Group, or whatever it's called, they had a bunch of liar loans issued by the brokers. That's like the middleman that brings you the loans. And they were caught creating all these liar loans. Just sign here, pretend you make that money, doesn't matter, just here, we'll get you in the house. And as I said, how do you think it was just that corner of the world? Nobody else doesn't do that. Everybody learned their lesson in 2008. They won't dare do that. And as I explained then, which is still relevant right now, of course, is in order for those companies, those brokers, all these people down the food chain to survive, they got to sell. We got to have customers and we got to get these loans processed. We don't care how, who, what, when, where, why. Get it done. We got to stay in business. We got families to feed. It doesn't matter whether it's it's completely fraudulent. Just do it. Okay. And everybody's doing it. Which is why when this baby goes, and it's going to be, well, we thought it was just that company. Nope, it's that company too, and that one, 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 and that one. What about the brokers? Was it just those 2 brokerage firms? No. It was those 2 brokerage firms for that company, that company, that company, that company, that company. But it's these other 4 brokerage firms for this company, this company, this company, this company, and this company. And then we're not done investigating. There's more. But wait, there's more. It's going to go down faster than Building 7 on 9/11. And again, I hope that this just works out in all of our favors, where silver goes up very nicely, Bitcoin goes up very nicely, Ethereum goes up very nicely, and the housing market crashes very nicely. And I will be coming out here yelling, I freaking told you so. Not you guys, but like me yelling at the world. You guys already know. You already know this. And then I'm going to say, again, thank you for being the sheep that the rest of you are. Because you did the same stuff you did just a few short years ago, 2008. It wasn't all that long ago. And it's worse this time. And you're doing the same stupid stuff you did last time, flipping houses. And I want to thank you because I'm going to get the most epic, beautiful home for pennies on the dollar. If, and yes, it's contingent on if, I can just play these cards right. Silver goes up, Bitcoin goes up, which I don't need Bitcoin necessarily, But if silver can make its move, etc., find a house, the bank owns it, foreclose, auction, whatever. They're desperate. We need cash. We need liquidity. We don't want to do a mortgage. We need an actual huge deposit into this bank. Deposit being I'll buy the house cash so that you don't have to put on your balance sheet that you gave out a loan and there's no real cash entering your bank. You get it real cash, but I get a huge discount in doing so. As Cliff High said would be happening. Can only hope that it's right, that he's right and his webot's right on that one. Because I'd love to say, oh, wow, housing market crashed. $400,000 worth house now worth $200K. This is beautiful. I'm so happy. I want to get this house badly. Bank's willing to let it go for $100K. Maybe in this instance, that'd be 50%. He's suggesting that we're going to see deals for 20% if you got the cash money. No financing. We can't do the financing. We just need the money because money's leaving our bank faster than we can count it. So we need deposits coming back in because every deposit we have, we can lend out 9 times the value of it. So if we sell this house for $100K, we can lend out $900,000 based off that $100K. That's why we're going to make a sweetheart deal on these mortgages. That's what their brains may tell them at the time. But we will see. We will see. Take care.